We can't continue to just rely on traditional marketing.
If you build a funnel which works, don't touch the funnel.
Funnel will never remain same.
Nice script.
What makes headlines is controversial statements.
You diluting the trust.
You will have to understand the nuances of the product.
How to prevent customer from scam?
Social continues to be very big.
We need new channels.
Till the lead stage, the creative is a blockbuster.
New reach, new traffic.
You could take wrong decisions.
Keep the trust level on the top.
Maybe AI proves us wrong.
We will shift to BFSI a little bit more. I will tell you why. Because I see that a lot of innovation happens BFSI. I think in the next 5 years, banking finance segment will drastically change even further. Like it's how it shifted like from traditional banking to mobile banking, debit cards in India, to credit cards in India, to the instant credit that you can take, etc. So in the innovation space, in BFSI segment, do you think what is a primary channel? What is a hot right now on BFSI from the marketing channel perspectives? Because industry change, it's so dynamic industry, it's very interesting.
I think, fintechs are disrupting the market. The biggest disruption has come from investment apps, right? So the number of retail customers who started investing in equity in the last 2 to 3 years has just exponentially grown. All of these fintechs have made it very easy. Earlier, you actually had to, request your bank to open a demat account.
Yes.
All of that has now changed. Within minutes, you have a trading account and then you can start to invest. That's what is significantly changing the industry. And also there, social continues to be very big as a channel, right? Because that's where you're able to simplify the conversation of how to manage your portfolio, how to manage wealth, how to achieve your financial goals. I think Grow is very big on social as a channel, right?
Yes.
And they've built largely their business on creating interest through social. So I think that continues to be an important channel.
You touched my touch point, right? Creators as economy, as a channels that actually push interest towards X product versus others is growing and rising, right? And being in such regulated industry where actually you very particular, like what you say and how you communicate with the potential customer audience. What do you think creators plays a role here? Like, because they also can't unleash the creativity and do everything whatever they want because it's the industry does not permit. So how do you see the role of creators that is rising? What is the role for influencers in the regulated industry?
I think the role is as big as the role that they play in fashion industry or any other industry. It's just that there's some bit of guardrails that you need to put in. When you're marketing a product or service in BFSI via creators, you actually have to probably sit them down, explain the features of the product and service that you offer and the guardrails around mis-selling or what is not permitted. It's just that it's more high involvement for the creator. The creator will have to spend time to understand your product because it's easy to market a shampoo or a soap, right? Because you don't even have to sometimes experience it. You look at the packaging, you read their features, and then you start creating your stories. But here you will have to understand the nuances of the product so that you don't promise something to the customer which the product doesn't offer. That's why I think financial influencers do a better job because they understand the category, they understand the products.
But again, a regulation, right?
Yes.
If you claim yourself a financial influencer, you need to be certified.
Correct.
For it.
Correct. Because a lot of them are offering advice to customers, right? They are saying if you're investing in an FD, you are a fool. You rather be investing in equity, right? Now, these are tall claims and very one-sided in nature. You have to actually explain the pros and cons of both. What makes headlines is controversial statements.
Yes.
Right? And often influencers take very polarizing stands on some of these issues and which could mislead customers. So I think it's right to put some sort of regulation here.
I yet feel it's the most challenging niche because regulation about starting from the influencer shall be certified and moving forward that like you cannot pick up and do the clickbait very aggressively, right?
It's so easy to do those kind of stories. That's what we have to avoid as
because it's misleading, right? Yes. You diluting the trust.
Correct.
Versus building the trust via influencers.
Correct.
What do you think on influencers like on the long term?
We want to build influencers as a long-term channel and also have long-term partnerships with certain influencers. We will continue to have a celebrity at the top, and then let's say a bunch of influencers we work with to drive specific nuanced conversations. So there's a brand conversation that the celebrity is delivering, and then there are product and audience specific conversations that the influencers are delivering. Eventually, I think having long term tie-ups with a set of influencers will be beneficial for the brand, because then the customers can also start relating to that face. Rather than just, you work with one influencer today and then you work with another tomorrow, and the faces keep changing. The continuity of who's delivering the message sort of
shall
goes
be
away.
staying the same.
Yeah.
So it's not about the saturation, because like every influencer has a new reach, right?
Yeah.
New reach, new traffic.
Yeah.
New traffic, new opportunities.
I know.
But at the same time, the same influencer can maybe build up that push which is necessary for
So maybe, right at the awareness stage, you could have this strategy where, you're working with new influencers every time. But when you're talking about consideration and building trust, at that stage, you need some continuity of who's delivering your message. I think it has to be a healthy mix of long-term partnerships and
awareness shall keep
new
going.
Deals. Yes.
Because without awareness, it's as you said, that it's an industry that needs marketing.
Yes.
If marketing whole funnel shut, it's snowball created immediately. As we discovered in the beginning of our conversation, that it's become about interest and how you serve the customers and how you actually connect and able to put your feet into someone else's shoes. Like how to prevent customer from scam. Like, because it's a pretty yet big in the industry. Like, what is a scam prevention from the marketing perspective? When you speak about insurance, people so got to use cold calls and that spam calls. If you're in any database, most likely some or another insurance agency will approach you, and that's considered as definitely as a scam, spam, and etc. Because everyone sells through the agents, it happens, but how you yet kind of keep the trust level on the top?
There are a couple of things. One, I don't know if you're aware, TRI recently has come with strong guidelines around the phone number series that marketers can use for solicitation. Right. So all these cold calls that you get, whether it's in insurance or any other industry, now TRI has mandated that for any solicitation cold calling, you will have to use a 140 phone number series.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. So you cannot be getting calls from 011, 0124 or 988878 series. Companies will be mandated to use 140 if they're doing any kind of solicitation, right? So that sort of largely addresses the issue. Small players or unregulated entities trying to mislead the customer. As far as the brand is concerned, because we have an online buying journey, all the communication that we send to the customer, when the telecaller is reaching out to you, everything is linked to what you do on our website. You start your buying journey on the website, you create a lead. The first message you will get is an insurance advisor from Max Life will get in touch with you over the next few minutes or so. When the customer actually connects with our advisor, what we will do is this is in progress, we've not implemented it yet, is that we will send you a profile detail of that agent that you've spoken to, right? How many years has he been selling insurance? How many policies has he sold? What's his name? What's along with the photo and all, right? Just to build authenticity with the customer that this is a trained, certified agent, not a random person who's trying to help you with this plan. Again, it's just what you're showing in the website, the communication on SMS, email, WhatsApp, and the sales channel, which is.
But I love that. I think I got my answer when you said that we put everyone back to the digital space.
Yes.
And that's where that there will be no paperwork which will be sent on WhatsApp and you will just sign, and then the link, personal link, I don't know, some GPay will be done that you pay, and that's where the scam happens, because everything shall come back to that authorized source.
The job of all our communication and our sales team is to get the customer back on the website. So that's the only place you'll be able to buy the plan. There's no other means of payments or no other links that the customer can click on. So I think that's how we try and build credibility, that you're not being misled.
Insurance, I think, is the most scammed
It is,
industry
and
in
it is a
India.
problem that we deal with. A lot of people who are pretending to be selling the same insurance product, they have nothing to do with your company, right? So there's a lot of mis-selling, there's a lot of fraud. The regulation try and idea doing taking some steps to curb it. And as brands, we just have to ensure that at least our ecosystem is watertight. So that the customer, when they are actually in that purchase journey, they don't feel
Unsecure.
Yeah.
Do you think AI will replace all kind of possible agents and etc.? There will be no point for them to be there, or human interaction is yet needed?
No, I think human interaction will continue to be needed. What AI can do is maybe help you all the information that you need on your fingertips. But still, you need that confidence building will not happen via AI, right? A lot of times, an agent will have emotive conversations with the customer to say that, I sold this policy to a customer. They had a death in the family, and then I was in touch with them. This is how the family was able to overcome that financial situation. These are some emotive conversations that AI will never be able to have with the customer. So you need that relationship building, that human touch always. AI might help with a lot of tools to help the customer as well as businesses.
But human interaction will not go.
No, I don't think so. You lose trust, right? So if it's all technology, then
the storytelling will not work.
Storytelling will not work. You will lose trust when a human says that this is how the product works versus when an avatar tells you this is how the product works. I think there's a difference.
Yeah, because there is no storytelling.
Yes.
AI cannot tell you that I sold this, and then you will think, okay, nice script.
Then it's all scripted. Yeah. Right? And there's more reason for you to not trust.
Because I think it's also in influencer, right? It comes at less scripted content.
Correct.
For the influencer, more natural influencer really speak what bring in authenticity and the way the influencer present. Better trust, better intent towards understanding more about the product comes from. How about speaking a little bit about optimization and tools? That's what I was covering up, because it's very interesting to see funnel, right, in any BFSI insurance or even in e-commerce, right, which you have come from. And when we speak about optimization, that's what almost turned into be abusive words. There's two abusive words, I think, in marketing. One is marketing strategy. And second, previously it was optimization, now it's AI, AI-driven approach. But optimization, I believe, is something that, especially on your level of making decisions, is very crucial. If you optimize from 4% to 7% or to 5%, the impact on the business is just unbelievable. So speaking about funnels and optimizations, how do you utilize tools there? What is the best way that you've learned so far from e-commerce, from Make My Trip, when you started seeing the real life data coming?
It's a vast topic, but the gist of what I've learned so far is that, every step matters. Right from the time how many people saw your creative to what was the click rate. From there, out of 100 people who clicked, how many actually were able to land on your website? If your website is too slow,
if it's speed,
people will drop off. Then of 100 people who landed, how many actually created a lead? In our journey, there's a code that you create, then there's eligibility, and then payment initiated and payment done and so on, right? So at every stage, there is drop off. Every little optimization, for instance, when somebody is filling a lead form, you have calculate now as a call to action.
Yes.
It could be check your premium. It could be buy now. It could be check plans. And some of these experiments we've done in the past, a simple change in the call to action can actually result in 5 to 10% difference in the session to lead. How crisp is your lead form? Right? Is it too long? Is it above the fold? Are you able to have a concise lead form where the user doesn't have to scroll unnecessarily? So every little touch point in your journey could actually add friction or remove friction from the buying journey. And every little 2%, 3%, 4% upside eventually totals to improving your overall conversion. So the way we try to do it is that we have an analytics tool, and we try and create visualization of funnel map as well as the funnel conversion for the larger team to see, so that everybody who's working, whether it's the performance team or the SEO team or the product team, everybody has a view of how the funnel is looking and where are some of the opportunity areas. The other thing that we do very rigorously is A/B testing. So we have a A/B testing tool that we use, and then there are hypotheses that we're creating on a daily basis, and we test some of those hypotheses to see, okay, version 1 works better or version 2 works better. So it's an ongoing process.
So it's never stop.
It doesn't stop. I was very inspired by what Booking.com does. I think they were the first organization to actually decentralize A/B testing across all functions and departments in the company. So there's no central team that does A/B testing. Every team has access to setting up A/B tests and creating hypotheses, right? It's in the DNA of the organization to continuously iterate and experiment. And I think that's the only way to keep improving. It's an always on
So it's
journey.
never like, because there is a different approach also in marketing, right? Sometimes the sense that if you build a funnel which works, don't touch the funnel.
No.
Until-
You should continuously keep iterating, because the funnel will never remain same. We're working in a very dynamic environment, dynamic industry. The product features keep changing. Prices keep changing. Customers' expectations keep changing.
Yeah.
So the funnel is never going to remain the same. If you don't do anything,
It actually will break itself.
Yeah, the funnel will break itself. Often also, if you only look at part of the funnel, you could take wrong decisions. So sometimes we end up having creatives which have very good click rate. They also have very good session to lead. So till the lead stage, the creative is a blockbuster. But then soon you realize that post lead, everybody who came through that creative, your conversion is, let's say, 50% of what you managed through another creative. And then you realize probably you are over promising, right? Or you're getting accidental clicks on that creative. If you create silos in the organization to say, okay, this team only looks at click to lead, this team only looks at lead to sales conversion, then you could actually end up making wrong decisions.
Is it also A/B testing open in for everyone, like in Max Life?
We have a central team today that's managing A/B testing, and we encourage more and more people to participate in it. The execution is central, but the idea generation, hypothesis creation is happening at all levels. Yes.
What about email marketing? Does it work?
Yes, it works. Email marketing works for us, especially as you get deeper in the buying journey, because there is more information that we have to convey to the customer, right? You have to show all plan details. All of that information cannot be sent on an SMS. Even if you send it on WhatsApp, it will become too lengthy, right? So as you get deeper in the buying journey, email is a channel that we rely on. But early on in the journey, when you're creating a lead, we actually rely more on SMS and WhatsApp.
Because email marketing, I think, in most of the industries does not work. And that's why I ask, because I feel that insurance, BFSI, where the 25 ticks shall be checked. Because I experience it.
So because when you're selecting a plan, there are a lot of details.
Yes.
Right? And you have to be able to explain all of that to the customer. Email is the ideal platform. And historically also, I think you expect all serious transactional communication to come on email as customers, right? So if you bought something, you'd rather have a receipt.
Confirmation.
Confirmation on email. So
you're waiting for it.
You want the brochure to come on email. So that you are able to archive it. Yeah, so it continues to be
It's adds seriousness, like the statement.
Yes.
I never thought about it. But when you said that, I understood that whatever I purchase, I want to see purchase confirmation on email.
Yes.
Not on WhatsApp.
The read rate on WhatsApp could be higher than on email. But then we are used to archiving things on email.
Yes.
We're not used to archiving things on WhatsApp.
100%. It is kind of the trust stick, right?
Correct. Yes.
That everything works, transaction confirmed, and WhatsApp does not consider that being the official channel somehow or yet.
Yes.
In the upcoming trends, how do you think, what trends we will see in terms of marketing, digital marketing?
The boundaries between branding and performance are blurring. That's one, right? So, and I'm seeing this, not just in our organization, I'm seeing this across other organizations also, that you can no longer have a branding team, a branding budget, or a performance team and a performance budget. The two are intertwined with each other. The second big change I see is it's no longer linear TV or OTT or CTV, right? It's now you have to reach your customer, you have to reach your TG. Maybe the only choice you will have is between a small screen or a big screen. So your media planning also now has to be aligned across all channels. I think content as a starting point of awareness and consideration will continue to gain prominence.
Content yet requires a lot of creativity, or it could be AI driven.
I mean, personally, my bias continues to be that, AI content will be it will not be able to generate that kind of emotive response that real content will be. You won't be able to make people laugh. I don't know. I mean, that's how I feel. Maybe AI proves us wrong. So I still feel that real human content will continue to play a very important role. And I think that's also going to be a core part of our strategy. The realm of, Google and Meta is that world is saturating. So we have to go outside of that to create the marketing funnel.
Diverse it, because the saturation happens.
Yes.
And especially for the big players who keep accumulating the traffic, the users and everything, the saturation happens even faster. Like, because we recently spoke with one telecom, and they say, we don't want Meta, we don't want Google, we need new channels. Because telecoms operate on a scale which even further, right?
We're facing the similar situation at the moment, right? So we are already market leaders in online business, and we continue to aspire to grow our business at 40%, 50% year on year. We can no longer do that if we continue to rely only on traditional channels. So we have to continuously look at newer channels for growth. Beyond Google and Meta becomes a very important story for us. Content as a starting point for the conversation is what I feel will become very, very prominent. Irrespective of whichever channel it is. We can't continue to just rely on traditional marketing where you show an ad, the customer clicks on that ad and comes into your buying journey, right? Content could be written content could be video content. We have to be able to immerse ourselves in conversations which the customer is really interested in having. For instance, this podcast, right? So I think even for insurance, podcast could become a very important channel for creating interest at top of the funnel. We've always wanted to crack LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is where our real audience is. We look for salaried individuals above a certain income. All of them are on LinkedIn. The performance marketing on LinkedIn never works. At least for us, it's never worked, right?
No, so for us either.
You generate content on LinkedIn, which creates that interest and pull for you to be able to leverage it as a business.
Okay, I think I got the idea for us. We never actually used LinkedIn but we started recently acquiring a lot of micro influencers, because a lot of kind of consultants, they have a good followership. They lived on building network. So they have 50,000, 80,000 followers, or even 10,000, right? Because it's network and that's their business. If they're in consultancy, they need to keep expanding. So they turn to be micro influencer on particular topics, right? Which whatever they consult or provide expertise. And they are looking to monetize the network that they built. I think we can try a few content pieces on LinkedIn. Similar approach with small consultants, like 10,000, 15,000 followership. And LinkedIn now finally shift from this format to this format. So people don't mind, because you can upload it on YouTube. You don't need to make content specifically
for LinkedIn.
Which is a pain, because it's content creation takes time and etc. And you can reuse it. We can try even to pick up the few good contents that we created on YouTube and put them to the LinkedIn. And see how audience will react there.
The LinkedIn audience is very different, so the conversation has to be very different. The people who are delivering that message has to be...
Not really. Audience is the same. The audience who says the same, that's the way they look at the channel. But at the end of the day, it's also what LinkedIn is pushing, what virality worked. It is entertaining. Like educational, entertaining content, something in the middle. That people, for example, will not watch how you order Domino's pizza, right? But they would love to watch how pizza is made on LinkedIn. But it's also entertainment at the end of the day. Educational entertainment content. That's where I feel it can really be pretty big.
At least for us in the past, we've seen basic content created by employees has been working, right? So
on LinkedIn.
So we could actually have a healthy banter between two employees and put that content on LinkedIn. The idea came to me as I was talking to you right now, and it could work. Basically, you'll have relatable conversation, and it could become a starting point for somebody who was considering buying life insurance and
never did anything about
now got interested in your conversation and then knows more about what you offer.
also quick fireside chat where you have only two options to choose one versus another.
Okay.
Gurgaon or Bangalore?
Yeah, I've never stayed in Bangalore, so Gurgaon.
Pune or Gurgaon?
Still is Gurgaon because I've stayed in Gurgaon for the longest time. But yeah, at one point in time, I was fascinated with Pune because I did my engineering there. And that's the city I wanted to settle, but never got an opportunity.
So yet Gurgaon.
Yeah.
Okay. Early morning or late evening?
Early morning. I'm a morning person.
Early morning person. That's why we have a so early our podcast, right? Influencer marketing or performance marketing?
Both. We need both.
Together.
Yeah.
Studying or knowledge sharing?
No, I think I like to learn via conversations. I'm not somebody who likes to learn through textbooks. I like to learn through conversations and interactions. Yeah.
Through experiences.
Experiences.
UGC or TVC?
I'd say TVC.
Mountain or beach?
Beach.
Okay. Chai or coffee?
Chai.
Chai.
Yeah.
Masala chai.
I mean, I have coffee every time I'm traveling.
Okay.
But in India, I'm a tea person. I don't know why, but that's how it is.